Just look at all these beautiful, beautiful motorcycles. We're going to talk about them in just 1 second, but hey, I want to remind you guys that this is my 10-year anniversary of making YouTube videos for your viewing pleasure. One of the first videos that I ever uploaded to the YouTube channel was a driveway walk-around video of my 2010 BMW S1000RR. And here I am 10 years later at Brentuning, hanging out with some of my friends, and we're going to talk about some amazing machines that we have right in front of us. Let's start with the Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. We're here today at Brentuning because Brendan himself is going to tune this motorcycle to create more power, make it more rideable, make it even faster than it is right now. But look at it, adorned in all of this matte carbon fiber. All of the parts, of course, supplied by our good buddy Miami Manny at Moto Million. Too many parts for us to list because we have lots of bikes to talk about, but this is definitely an outstanding machine. Full of Krapovich exhaust with the carbon fiber canister, titanium mid-pipe. Looks amazing. It has already changed those beautiful colors. Rotobox Boost carbon fiber wheels look really great on this machine. Rear sets, everything. This is actually a 650E new bike build series offering. So if you're interested, you can possibly win this motorcycle. Information on how to do that is down below in the description. Believe it or not, this bike has been passed up 2 times already. Once for an S1000RR and the second time for a Kawasaki Ninja H2. Let's step over here to my good buddy Dom's bike. Dom is an amazing human being. He's a brave Atlanta area firefighter, and this is his machine. This is the Yamaha R1 Anniversary Edition. Looks absolutely stunning. Now you know that I have a soft spot in my heart for Yamaha R1s. And this 60th Anniversary Edition is absolutely stunning the way he has it outfitted. Our good buddy EJR Performance, Evan, who's over there, we'll talk to him in just a second, did all of the work on this machine, and he has made this bike super, super fast. Now, whether you like it or not, this motorcycle has an extended swing arm, and that is to help it accelerate fast for drag strip racing and, of course, for what I'm known for, street smackdowns. So this motorcycle is absolutely fast. Rotobox Boost wheels are on this motorcycle as well from Manny at Moto Million. They look great. They have a very nice yellow tint to them with a little gold as well. Totally complements the paint scheme of the 60th anniversary machine. There's so much I want to talk about. Let's go over here. This is the 2010 S1000RR. This one's owned by Brentuning, and this one has Rotobox RBX2 wheels installed onto it. They look great as well. I have those on my R1M track bike, but this is one of the bikes that Brendan first started to tinker with back in the day, before a lot of you guys even knew who they were. I was working with Brendan back in 2011, and this machine has been breaking hearts, destroying people on the drag strip and the filthy streets for many, many years. But if we look at it next to the 2020 S1000RR, you can see all of the changes that BMW has made to these fine machines over the years. They've just been refined to the point where now they're super fast, super efficient, lots of technology. They are amazing machines. Everybody complained about the asymmetrical headlights of these motorcycles for years and years. BMW addressed that in 2010, installing these light emitting diode lights, which I think look amazing, onto this updated machine. Some people still complain about that, but I guess you can't please everyone. Let's take a look at, while I'm down here on my knee, let's take a look at how Brendan has outfitted this 2020 S1000 and how it compares to a stock S1000 Hockenheim Silver right next to it. You can see that Brendan has lowered the machine. He's made it effective for straight line racing on the drag strip and the filthy streets. And the stock height motorcycle almost looks like an adventure bike in comparison to the way that this one is outfitted. Totally amazing to have 3 of these motorcycles side by side. This is my personal Hockenheim Silver S1000RR, and it's here today because Brendan's going to personally tune both of those machines to make them super, super fast. I'm saving some of the best stuff, in my opinion, for last as I stroll over here to the 2019 Kawasaki Ninja H2, the updated model. This is an amazing bike. This bike was won by my good buddy Felix for supporting the new bike build series. He's on his way up here as we speak to collect this motorcycle, and that will be a separate video. But this bike is done up really nice. Van Diemen full titanium exhaust, Extreme Creations clear clutch cover, lots and lots of parts, carbon fiber from our good buddy at Moto Composites, and this bike is just really great. Of course, it also has Rotobox Boost carbon fiber wheels with green accents from Miami Manny at Moto Million. Now, you might be noticing that this motorcycle has an extended swing arm. This is a 6-inch extended swing arm from our good buddy Bob at Roaring Toys. This motorcycle came with a single-sided swing arm stock, so we retained that single-sided feature by using this full billet aluminum swing arm onto this motorcycle. So now you still have the features and characteristics that the bike was initially designed with. In addition to that, by not having to convert over to a dual-sided swing arm, we were able to use the existing brake rotors and the wheel as well, without having to switch over to something off of a ZX14. And I think that looks absolutely amazing. It weighs about 5 times more than the stock swing arm, but that's okay, because with that you get an extension. You're going to keep this bike planted on the ground for track racing and for street racing, and I think that's just amazing. So let's go over here. This is going to be a very talked about motorcycle indeed. This is the very first one-of-a-kind motorcycle. Again, it has a 5-inch extended swing arm from our good buddy Bob at Roaring Toys. And you can see that it resembles the Ninja H2 swing arm to a degree. Now, this one is still raw billet aluminum. It is glossed over, looks fantastic. But you might be wondering, why would the owner of this motorcycle do this to the Ducati Panigale V4R? And the reason is quite simple and frank. This man wants to win races, street races, drag strip races. That is his concern. And he'll probably do that now that he can control this machine. Ducatis have a lot of torque. Even the 998cc engine that's in the V4R still produces, someone urinating? Oh, that's water. Okay, from the ceiling. It still produces a tremendous amount of torque. And I personally own a V4R, as you know, and I cannot control that motorcycle. You would never dream of launching the V4R in first or second gear without it wheeling and almost landing you in a somersault down the Highway Express system. We don't want that. So this man installed this beautiful Roaring Toys single-sided swing arm of billet aluminum onto his V4R. And he is going to hit the streets, and I'm sure he's going to be very victorious with his smackdowns. But look at these motorcycles. They look absolutely stunning, all of them here, dressed up really nice. None of them is stock, well, no, my 2020 is not stock. I forgot to mention that it has an Aero full titanium exhaust, and it also has Rotobox's Premier bullet carbon fiber wheels, which are half forged carbon fiber. The spokes are forged, and then the rim area is traditional carbon fiber weave. And I think that that combination really makes that bike look stellar. As we glance over at, this bike is called the Rocket Taxi, by the way. My good buddy Dom's Yamaha R1 60th anniversary edition. He has removed the front caliper in an attempt to save weight. And this man is very serious about his street racing and his track racing as well on the drag strips. So these bikes are absolutely amazing. Let's go over here and spend just a second or two talking to some of the folks that are hanging out back here. We have Brendan and Evan and my good buddy Chris. Let's start with Chris. Chris, you are the owner of that beautiful Ducati Panigale V4R, and our audience is going to want to know what compelled you to install that 5-inch over Roaring Toys beautiful billet aluminum swing arm onto your bike.
Well, I don't think it really matters anymore, because I'm probably going to be taken out probably seconds after this video from every Ducati person in the world, so I probably won't be in existence after this.
I will protect you, don't worry about that.
But with Evan, you know, we're trying to
blame me. Don't put me into the job.
It's all Evan's fault. We're just trying to get the front end to stay down in first gear, and we had to go to Roaring Tours to get the job done. So
okay,
now we're keeping her down. Now we just got to try to get Evan to finish up some things with it, and
I gotta get more weight out of it. Quick shifter's got to be addressed. The quick shifters on the Ducatis, they're a lot of the road races like them because they're smooth, but when you're straight line racing, they're very unload the bike, come back on.
Yes.
So I noticed that when I rode Steve's up in Detroit, even with the Cordona shifter, there's a very small window where the shifter's nice, but other than that, it's very, you know, And that, when you're straight line racing, you need the bike to almost pull through the shift.
Yes.
So we're gonna work with something like that and figure out an aftermarket shifter for the bike. I imagine there has to be something out there. It's as simple as telling a little box telling it to cut ignition.
Yes.
You know? So.
Okay. And Brendan, what are your thoughts on what we're going to be doing today, tuning these motorcycles and just the overall motorcycle scene?
Yeah.
Oh, that's there.
No. Well, I want to show people engine-wise, BMW is always king, but I'm also more interested in the Aprilia. I think the Aprilia is very slept on, and I'm curious to what it'll do today. We're going to spend some extra time on that one. Obviously, we tune those and we know what to do. But we're going to spend some extra time on this one and compare it against the BMW today to show people what another alternative could be for a cool leader bike if you don't want cookie cutter stuff.
Yeah.
That bike is actually competitive.
Yep.
And hopefully someone will take it in your raffle one day.
Yeah.
Versus all your H2s and BMWs.
Yeah, it's been passed over twice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something that's also very unique. Your GT3 RS back there.
Yes, sir.
The YSEC edition.
Yep.
That's just an amazing car.
Yep.
And what do you use it mostly for? Street riding? Track?
We race it on the track a lot, a couple times a month. It's a blast. It's really easy to go fast in, but we made some adjustments to it. You know, braking, suspension, tuning, you know, exhaust. But the car's really almost perfect out of the box, and
Yeah.
you need to be a very, very good rider to actually get beyond what it's even capable of stock. So
Yeah.
we've collected a lot of data from the car, and it's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
But the adjustments we've made have knocked seconds off the clock,
Yeah.
and we're looking forward to make some more changes and go even faster. So
That's awesome.
around here, there's not a lot. And Evan will tell you, there's not a lot of good street racing, drag racing. Drag strips are really far. We have excellent road courses everywhere. So where I blow off steam is on the track.
That's awesome. Sweet. Well, I can't wait to drive it, man, and
Yeah.
see how it compares. I'm sure it doesn't really compare to my C8, but we'll find out. Yeah. So we got some fun stuff going on here today. Tuning motorcycles, driving a GT3 RS, which has been one of my dream cars for many, many years. But I'm going to leave you guys with something that I know you want very bad. You just don't want me to sit around here babbling about these motorcycles. You want to hear how they sound. So let's do that. Wow, did that sound absolutely amazing. Are you going to fucking fix that?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the most recent software update. That's just what they do.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna fix that for you.
Well, thank you. Jeez, that was almost embarrassing. Okay, folks, so that's one of the things that Brendan's going to do here today. He's going to fix that cold start issue that's notorious for the 2020 S1000RRs. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll give it another cold start after Brendan tunes it today, and we'll see if that's still happening. All right. Well, that obviously doesn't happen because that's a Brendan tuned motorcycle 2020 S1000 that also has a cold start, and you hear that did not happen with this motorcycle. So, but again, stay tuned. We will retry that one after he's done tuning today. And by the way, it's 100 degrees today. It's very hot. Still, the best sounding so far, in my opinion, has been the Rocket Taxi over there, R1. Well, that sounded good too. And finally, the Panigale V4R. All right, folks, thanks so much for hanging out with me here in Brendan's driveway, not my own this time. 10 years after my first YouTube video was uploaded to my channel, here I am again, still doing driveway videos, but of a different nature at this point. Stay tuned, because I'm going to ride with my good buddy Chris today on the V4, on the Panigale V4R. That's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for more videos, guys. We'll talk soon.